Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. Joining us for this segment, we have Matthieu, Soulé, head of C.Lab Americas at BNP Paribas, focusing on FinTech and climate change. Matthieu, it's great to have you with us. Welcome to Trade Talks.
Hi.
All right. Now, Matthieu, is this really an all-hands-on-deck moment for the planet?
Yeah, so I guess it's a very on-deck moment right now. The clock is ticking for everyone. We have been having decades of summits, different announcements, and I guess a few weeks from now there will be the Glasgow COP26. So there will be a lot of new announcements. So right now we can see both from the government to the larger corporation and also individuals that everyone is concerned about the climate. And the good news is there is more and more solutions coming to the market and also new investment coming. So it's a good time, in fact, to investigate into the space.
How is BNP Paribas tackling different initiatives from consumers to corporate clients to help them on their climate journey?
Sure. So on the consumer side, I guess there is 2 or 3 areas the bank is looking into. One of the first one was around investment. So if you want to invest your money, in the US, Bank of the West, which is our subsidiary, did a partnership with a startup called Open Invest that is helping you to invest according to your values. So it's been launched almost 2 years ago now in the US. We are also helping the clients, both in the US, France, and Poland right now, to create awareness so we can measure the carbon footprint of your spending based on the card analytics. So that's on the consumer side. And on the corporate or small business side, we are helping clients to identify potential new investments or financing regarding real estate. It could be also their fleet, to electrify their fleets, to identify energy efficiency projects that the bank can finance. So we're very looking forward to the end-to-end, in fact, project, if you like, or end-to-end solutions for clients in the payment, lending, and investment space.
And you were recently in New York City for UN Climate Week. What were some of the key themes that were discussed?
So I think one of the enthusiasm in the ecosystem is with the change of the administration, there is a lot of new subsidies and investment coming to the climate tech space in general. Also, many startups and VC, in fact, investment are coming to the US. Just a number, it was more than $22 billion for the first 9 months of the year that were investing into climate tech startups. So there is a lot of attention and energy, in fact, in the space. And everyone at the Sustainability Week was looking, in fact, on how basically private sector can work better with the public sector. So in kind of a win-win situation, but everyone now is going in the same direction.
And Matthieu, what challenges are you seeing with scaling solutions to combat climate change?
So I guess one of the big challenge, and we know that from the early days of the clean tech era, if you like 10 or 20 years ago, the financing part is one of the tricky part of the solution. So how basically we can have a better financing solution for solutions and projects at scale. So you can have you have a few, in fact, initiatives coming to that. So financing is definitely one area. The other one is around policies. There is still a lot of uncertainty around federal and some state policies in the US. So having certainty on some of that will help. But overall, in fact, the players are optimistic that it will go in the right direction.
And where do you see the opportunities?
Sure. So opportunities for me around the spectrum is definitely on the clean tech side. So a lot of investment right now coming to the battery space. It could be useful for both the energy grid and different solutions also for electric mobility. One other area that is still a little untapped is on real estate. You can see solutions coming to accelerate, in fact, measurements and energy efficiency. And that's where I think most of the I'd say money and attention is coming is around energy, mobility, and real estate space.
And to wrap up here, what makes you most hopeful as we advance the mission of climate change solutions?
So I guess the good news is there is now public pressures, political pressure, in fact, to move forward. In Europe, in fact, the attention is coming from the European Union. The COP26 is in a few days, and we are hopeful, in fact, that with all these energies and capital mobilized, it will help to mitigate, in fact, the climate change, and hopefully everyone is on the same boat. Yeah.
All right, Matthieu, we appreciate the insight. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.